What's up guys, welcome to part 2 of the Pancakes makeover here in my step-by-step series. So now we're going on to the interior of the build. So I do completely new wallpaper in every single room, and I just went with a more newer type flooring, wooden flooring in all the rooms except for obviously the bathroom and the kitchen. Those I use tiles. So for the kitchen I just went with a nice white tile because I wanted a white light kitchen. And in this episode you'll see me changing all the windows and doors to white as well. And as I said, this bathroom right over here where I'm adding the children's wallpaper, I end up turning that into the toddler's room, and then Bob Pancake's old room I end up turning that into his little office, little personal space for himself as well. So this part of the video, certain part of the video is sped up faster because I normally do it on a ×4, but the beginning part of this video is sped up to a ×8 because or else the video would be over half an hour long, and I just feel like that's too long for a speed build. So just the first part of the video is sped up, but I mean you guys can still see what's going on. So right now we're doing the living room. We see we went with a nice grey wallpaper, and we're going with some furniture that's got white in it, and we do add some color with obviously with plants and the carpets and picture frames and stuff like that. So I completely upgraded this lounge from what it was. It was very outdated and like Victorian era type looking, but that goes into the theme of the whole entire house, because the whole entire house looks like it has furniture that's from ancient days. So not too sure what sort of theme they were going for in the house, but it just doesn't add up. It doesn't fit Eliza and Bob Pancakes. Like, it just doesn't fit their personality. So I decided to give them not a complete modern home, but like modern mixed with a little bit of vintage type, you know, like just a complete new upgrade. So in the living room area we've got a nice sitting area obviously with a TV, and now I'm just adding some paintings just to add some color to the living room. And now this painting here, or poster of Bob Pancakes, I do end up using, but I just move it because I actually add a fireplace to the living room, and I end up putting that picture of Bob Pancakes on top of the fireplace, because I mean, why wouldn't he have a poster of himself in his house? So as I said in part 1, a lot of the build has got Eliza's personality in it, but there are a few items that fit Bob's personality. Obviously the poster is one of the items, and then obviously in his own little office space it's obviously all his personality. But the rest of the build, Eliza kind of got her own way, and furnished it sort of to her own taste and her own likings. But and then the little trophy that I put here, I put it on there to maybe go with the poster of Bob Pancakes. So maybe he got an award for appearing in a little short film, or the little Sims 4 trailer of himself. So he won that award, and obviously the frame poster over there. So I'm just gonna replace that poster with another painting over here, just to keep it you know, so that wall doesn't look too blank there, whatever. But I really like the way this living room turned out, especially from the way it looked like before. I think it really now has a lot of personality, and it's a lot more open, and there's less. It looked like this house looked very dark for some reason. Like, even if you put in the lights, the house is still very dark. It's got like this dark, dull. I don't know if it's meant to look like that because of the original storyline of the Pancakes, to fit in with Bob's personality, but I don't know, I didn't like it, so I decided to make it a lot more light and a lot more sort of airy inside. So the dining room is going to have a lot of green because I decided to go with a green theme in the dining room. I do add like the little cabinet with the dinner plates in is a dark wood cabinet, so there are a few items that sort of break the green, but other than that it's completely green dining room. It's not my favorite room in the house, But like I said, that I literally had to get a vision for each individual room as I was doing it, because it's not like a build that I had in my head already. Okay, I'm going to do this theme, and then I made the build. I was literally using a shell created by the Sims developers, and it was kind of a challenge to kind of see already beforehand what I'm going to do in each single room. I literally had to wing it type thing, and gain a vision for each and every individual room as I was doing it. So the dining room's not my favorite, but I mean, it is way better than what it looked like before I upgraded it or gave it a makeover. So I'm sure that the Pancakes will enjoy it much more than they did. Hopefully they're going to be having a lot more family meals around the dining room table now that they've grown closer and become more of a family. One thing I forgot to add in this dining room, I actually only noticed it when I was done building, is I forgot to add a little toddler chair by the dining room table. But you guys can obviously add that if you download this build off the gallery, and I'll obviously add that off camera. But for the speed build, I forgot to add it in. So with the kitchen, I decided to do a little island as well. I managed to fit it in, so there was a lot of rearranging the cabinet, the counters and cabinets and stuff like that, to make everything fit and not to look too on top of one another. But the end result that I get of the kitchen actually ends up working really well. At first I was going to delete this archway over here, but I thought I like the archway being there, because if I deleted that archway, it would make the kitchen look so tiny. But with that archway there, for some reason, it makes the kitchen look bigger than it is. So I just deleted one of the counters and and just moved the fridge a little space to the side, and then I'm just finishing off the cabinets. Used obviously the awesome move object sheets. I don't know if it's just the lights of the room, but that one corner cabinet there, it is white. It is the white color swatch, but I think it's because of the lighting of the room, it makes it look like it's a darker white, but it really isn't. That's the white color swatch. So I'm not sure what's going on there. It must just be the lighting. But I mean, if you guys don't like it, you're more than welcome to change it. This just is my color theme for the kitchen. Just getting a few little decorations there that I'm going to be putting around the counters. I do obviously leave space for the Sims to prepare food and so on. Just a few little decorative items just to give some nice color, and a few little like more livelihood to the kitchen, so that it looks like people live there. It's not just empty counters. I wanted to add a coffee machine, but I just felt like it didn't go with the kitchen, like it didn't belong there. So I ended up scrapping that idea, and then I just end up adding a little pot plant in the corner of the one counter over there. But other than that, more than enough space in the kitchen, and for the Sims to get around. The kitchen's much better than it looked before. Add a nice little blue and like a light teal and white colored rug to go with the walls, and then I add this little citrus plant in the kitchen where they can get fresh fruit. Obviously you can't interact with it in gameplay, but just for the storyline. So end up adding a nice little frame of pears, and then just the apple and I think it's a green pear to go along with it, and just a poster of some chefs, because we all know Bob Pancakes, he's in the catering career, he's in the chefing career, so he'll obviously be spending a lot of time. So maybe that's maybe that's his favorite chef that he gets inspiration from. So I just hung the little poster there. So now you'll see in this bedroom, in the master bedroom, is where I start to change the doors and the windows to complete white, because I mean, number one, this room wallpaper is like a violet type color, and then you get those green accents in the window. I was like, oh hell no, that's not gonna work, and I need to change that. So the master bedroom is of course fully Eliza's personality and her touch. Bob obviously he's not gonna argue with that. He's got his own space in his office if he wants to escape and just work on his crafting for a while, and Eliza didn't touch that office space at all. She got to decorate the rest of the house, which Bob allowed. So that's completely her influence and her style. So this painting over here I do end up using in the room, but just not above the bed. I end up using it in another part of the room. I just felt like it was a bit too much on top of the bed, so I actually went with this one because it looks like it's a more natural sort of look with the tree trunks over there. And then here over side by the side of the wall, I end up doing a sort of like my own version of a vanity. So I wanted to add this table from the Realm of Magic, but it had this blue glow there. I've never used it before, so I didn't know that it had that, and I thought anyway it actually looks too vintage, too like rich for them, if that's the word you can use. So I ended up going with this little antique wardrobe, which I end up using as like a vanity. I first put a circle mirror there, but then I remembered there's actually a mirror that is actually full size, like to fit by the wardrobes, and it actually looks like it sort of belongs with that wardrobe, so it's like a vanity mirror. Then I ended up putting her little perfumes on there, and I wanted to put some sculptures. Then I obviously little decoration with a tissue box, but then I went for this little in the sculpture section. There's this sculpture of like a ballerina or a dancer. She's obviously really big because she's a big sculpture, but I end up scaling her down and putting her on the wardrobe, so it sort of looks like a little statue that Bob sort of crafted for Eliza, that she keeps on her vanity over there. And just a little chair. I don't think your Sims can use it. I don't think they can sit there, but it's just for looks, it just goes with the room and it makes it a bit more realistic. And then I'm looking now for a wardrobe, a wardrobe for them to obviously change their clothes. That's obviously too fancy, so I ended up deleting it. And then I just go with a more simple looking wardrobe. I wanted to go with the antique one, but I thought no, I don't want everything to look old in here, so I ended up just going with this white wardrobe over here. I think it's from the Cats and Dogs expansion pack. And then I don't go for those curtains because it didn't work when it was sized down, so I'm just looking now for the curtains that I use. I think you use just the thin straight ones, yes, and I leave them white because the white color swatch on these type of curtains is actually the best color. The rest of them is all weird, freaking like bright orange, and then it's got patterns on weird patterns. Like the color swatches are so horrible in The Sims 4. Not all the items have horrible color swatches. A lot of the items from base game have got horrible color swatches, and then a few items from the game packs and expansion packs and stuff packs have like horrible color swatches, but majority of the items have nice color swatches from the add-ons. But I just wish that we could customize color swatches like we could in The Sims 3 with clothing and with items, because seriously, for real, the color swatches are horrible in The Sims 4. But anyway, I guess you'll always find something that you can make work for yourself or for your build, and just have to sort of compromise in a few areas to, obviously, unless you're the type of person that really likes the builds to look really out there, which is not a problem. I mean, every simmer is different, but for myself, I like to stick to a certain theme. I wouldn't want to have a violet bedroom with bright orange curtains. So I just decided to keep it simple with the white curtains, and then I just add a little workstation there for Eliza, because obviously Bob's got his own office area, so she's got her own little working space. Because I think Eliza, if I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken, but if I'm not mistaken, isn't she a secret agent or something like that? I think she's in that sort of career, or is she in the athletic career? I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but I think it's the she's a secret agent. I can't remember, or she's a thief or something like that. I just can't remember. She's one of those three, but she needed her own working station so that she can obviously research stuff for work and stuff like that in her bedroom, because Bob's got his own space. And I'm just changing the windows and the doors to white. And in the bathroom, I could have left it like this because it actually doesn't look bad with the tiles and the wallpaper that I use, but I end up just putting a lot more basic items in there, just a normal white toilet, a normal white basin, and then a tub with just sort of a copper lining on the outside. and just kept the bathroom very basic. I do add a rug, and I think I add like a pot plant, but just very basic, nothing too hectic in the bathroom. I wanted to keep it very basic because they're not supposed to look like they have a lot of money. Like, I know a lot of the furniture that I put in here looks nice and like really expensive, but it's not supposed to. They're not supposed to have like the best items because they're not a rich family. I just wanted to give them a makeover to go with, you know, their new life. Like, Bob decided to get his act together a little bit and decided to focus more on himself, and he got a haircut and shaved his beard a bit, and then they had a toddler, and he focused more on his career, and he got some money together and let Eliza like upgrade the house. You know, they just did a few things that brought them to closer together, and now they can obviously continue their story in The Sims 4. I don't know if their relationship bar is the same like it was in the original storyline of the Pancakes. Now that they have the toddler, I'm not sure if Eliza is the same, like where she will like sort of flirt with other male Sims or other Sims. I'm not sure if it's the same like that. I don't know if you add this Pancake family version with the toddler, I don't know if she's more, you know, family orientated obviously than she was in the original storyline, where she actually didn't give too much of a crap to Bob Pancakes. I mean, he had his own bedroom, which was horrible, by the way. It had all weird furniture inside of it. He like a nightlight, and like a children's nightlight, and just old furniture. So but her bedroom was glamorous, like it had all antiques and stuff inside of it. So it's like she just threw him in the bedroom, and the rest of the house was her, and he just had the little section to himself. But obviously now things have changed, and they've now got a new home, which I really am proud of myself for the way I did it. It just looks so much better than what it did before, and I hope you guys will really like it as well. And don't forget, guys, to download this from the Sims 4 gallery. Just search the Pancakes Makeover. So and then obviously, if you haven't watched part 1 of this, I've uploaded part 1 of the makeover, where you see them in Create a Sim with their new outfits and just the landscaping of the build. It is available on my channel because I uploaded it before I uploaded this one, so they're both there for you guys to go ahead and view. And don't forget to leave a like, guys, and hit that subscribe button. And like I was saying in the first video, in case you're new to my channel and this is your first video that you're watching, I've just started my YouTube channel. I'm a starting simmer, and my main series on my channel is literally my step-by-step series, where I'm redoing all the worlds in The Sims 4. And I just recently reached 50 followers on Twitter and 25 subscribers on YouTube. And I know it doesn't seem like much compared to other YouTubers and other people out in the world, but for me it's a big deal because it's more than I had yesterday. And a lot of people have really shown support to me by retweeting my Twitter page and my YouTube link and stuff like that, which I'm really so thankful for. So for the people that are following me and have subscribed to me, they've really shown the support a lot, and I'm really appreciative of that. And like I said in my first video, in case you guys missed it, my next goal is to reach 100 followers on Twitter and 100 subscribers on YouTube. So that's my next goal. So I'm hoping you guys can help me get there, and I hope you guys, the content that I'm putting out is enough and good enough for you guys to help me get there, and you guys are actually liking it and enjoying it as much as I am. So don't forget, guys, to please like this video and subscribe. Mainly subscribe, it will really help me a lot. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at nomadgaming6, and I do also have an Instagram page. It's nomad_gaming6, and you guys can see it's basically the same as my Twitter, obviously, just with pictures of my builds and stuff like that, so, and screenshots and all of that, because on Twitter I can only add 4 screenshots, but on Instagram I can upload all of them. So if you guys want to see the full types of screenshots, you guys can go to my Instagram page and check them out there, but I do leave them for you after each end of each video. So yeah, so this right now, so we just finished with the toddler room, and so this right now is going to be Bob's sort of, not a man cave, but like his own personal his own personal office. I noticed that when I was redoing the outside of this house, that on this balcony where Bob's bedroom was, he had a woodworker's table. So I decided to make his office like I decided to give him like the drafting table and chair with a nice digital sketch pad, because maybe he like designs all his woodworking designs there, and then he goes outside to his balcony and carves them out. So it's just something I thought that would go with with the personality and sort of add to the storyline of Bob Pancakes. You know, now that he's branched out and doing a few more things, and I do add a little treadmill in his office, because he did have an exercise machine in his original build. So I just wanted to do a little Easter egg type thing and add the little exercise machine in his office, so that it obviously ties together of what his room did look like before I gave it a makeover. And then I added a little corkboard there where I'm going to put all different postcards from Bob that he maybe collected, you know, when he was a bit lonely, when Eliza didn't pay much attention. Before they had Iggy, he was very lonely, so the only friends he had was pen pals. So I decided to put that in the story as well, to just sort of add a little bit of personality and to sort of give a reminder of what Bob Pancakes used to be like before he was before he went through this whole complete makeover, and they had Iggy and stuff like that. So looks like having the toddler really turned things around for the Pancakes. They really got so much closer together, and they even look, with the makeover, I am going to be uploading them to the gallery. You guys can, or they'll be under the Pancakes makeover as well, and they even look better. They look so much more alive. And even Bob, with his new haircut and his shorter beard, he looks like a completely different person, which completely goes with the new, the new sort of storyline. So there's just some more little sculptures that Bob carved, that he kept for himself. And then this picture I just added there. It looked like it was maybe drawn on his drafting table, so I just added that. And then I add a little pot plant just to get some life in there, and I end up adding a little stereo system. Maybe when he's working, he likes to listen to some music, just his own personal space. And I end up adding a little I don't know why I say little so much. I realized that when I was watching, sometimes I watch my videos back, and I realized I added this little, or I added this little thing and this little thing so many times, but it's just I do it without even acknowledging it. So anyway, so here's his little outside woodworking area, and I just add a little I add a chair, not a little chair, a chair on the outside for him to sit on. And I add some outside lighting as well, so that if he is working there at night time, he can do so because it won't be completely dark. And then I think I just go around now and change all the bottom windows and doors to complete white. But if you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like, guys, and subscribe down below. I hope you guys are all keeping safe out there and finding stuff to keep yourself occupied occupied, and having a lot of fun, as much as I am. And I shall see you all in the next episode, and the screenshots are going to be coming up now. I'll see you guys all in my next episode. Bye bye.